Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Satavia, and today we're bringing back the Deep Chat series, and I'm so excited to be bringing this little series back where I deep condition my hair and we talk about a deep topic and just go all out while our hair gets moisturized, okay? So if you are watching this video, you should go wash your hair real quick, put your little deep condition mask in and come back. Okay, now let's chat. Today, we're talking about the pressure to monetize everything that we do. And I feel like in today's world of like hustle culture and just overconsumption and consumerism, everybody is fighting to figure out some type of way to make money. So they're like, okay, I'm just gonna monetize anything. Whatever I like to do, I'm gonna make money from it. And I can see some good sides to that, but I can see some negatives too. So I really wanna dive a little deeper into the topic. Lately, I've been thinking about how whenever somebody is good at something, people are automatically like, oh my God, you need to do that as a job. I don't really understand why that's a thing, because I feel like everything that people do does not have to be monetized. I think people can do things just for the enjoyment of it and just for the art of it or just the love for it or anything like that. So that's why this topic is a little bit important to me, because I'm also a person who does a lot of hobbies and has a lot of passions that could technically be monetized if I'm like striving to get to that level or whatever, but I don't think that I want to monetize everything that I do, solely because I like to actually enjoy the things that I'm doing. And then I feel like when you want to make money from it, that just causes a different level of stress. Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about the pressure to monetize things that you enjoy and the impact that that can bring to your life and just the different hobbies that you're doing. And then we're also going to talk about how you can balance the two. So if you are hoping to monetize something that you enjoy, I think that you can do it in a healthy way so that you can still have a little bit of fun and make money from what you like to do. So before we can figure out how to balance monetizing something and having fun with it, we need to understand why people feel pressured to monetize things that they like to do in the first place. One reason why people may want to monetize things that they enjoy is because we now live in a culture where people feel like you have to hustle. You need to make money in your sleep. People are literally talking every day saying how
I'm 19 years old and I made $1 million this month, and here's how you can too.
And then when people watch that, they're like, oh my gosh, I am a failure. I'm not making $1 million in a month. What can I do? So as soon as they figure out something that they like, they're like, oh, I have to make money off of this. So if somebody learns how to do graphic design, or they learn how to cook and bake or something like that, they're automatically like, here's a flyer. I'm selling these flyers for $10, or I'm selling plates, treats by Katie. And it's just like, okay, wait a minute, calm down. Like, it's not that serious. You don't have to get these courses from these people. You don't have to make money in your sleep. You don't have to have this type of mindset where it's like every single thing that you do, you have to make money from it. And then you can't actually enjoy the things that you're doing. Like, babe, it's not that serious. It is not that serious. And these people who are making money in their sleep, they're probably just selling you a course so that you can pay for it, and that's how they're making money. They're making money off the fact that you want to make money, not because they're actually doing something so spectacular or different in the first place. Like, another reason why people feel like they need to monetize everything is because, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna be the mother today and say, it's them dang phones. If y'all got off your phone, if y'all got off social media, you wouldn't feel like you're comparing to all these different people who are making money from all these different things, and you would just be like, oh, okay, I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. Like, I feel like we've lost the art of hobbies, and because we lost the art of hobbies, people aren't really doing things just for fun and just to like feel a sense of relief, or I don't know. I feel like hobbies can be relaxing, hobbies can be exhilarating and fun and interesting, and people aren't doing that. People are getting hobbies today to turn the hobby into a career. Hobbies as hobbies is barely a thing anymore for a lot of people, and it's like so sad because I am a serial hobbyist. I love a good hobby. I want to do stuff just for fun. So because everybody's making all this stuff feel like it needs to be profitable, people are like, I'm not doing this for fun. Don't play with me. Buy my stuff right now, or don't even look at it. And it's just like, okay, babe, my bad. So everybody feels like they have to have a side hustle, and this is their new career path now. So it's like they can't just do these things just for the love of it. Me personally, I've done this too. I'm not gonna sit sit here and be like, oh, y'all are trying to turn all your hobbies into money making businesses. No, I have too. I've thought about that too. Like I said, I am a serial hobbyist, so I have many different hobbies that I dibble and dabble in. And there's been a couple where I'm like, if I get a little bit better at that, I can make some coin. For example, when I first started sewing for real, I was like, hold on, who want an outfit? Cause I'm about to get some coin. And then as soon as people started asking me to sew for them, I was like, I don't even like to sew anymore. And I love sewing. But it was like, as soon as it turned into, oh, you people are asking you, where's this at? Where's my blah, blah, blah? Oh, babe, I don't want to do it no more. Nope, it's not fun for me anymore. So I stopped doing it for a while. I'm trying to get back into it. But because of the pressure of trying to turn it into a freaking career or a side hustle or whatever, I literally stopped enjoying it. I stopped doing it because I was like, this is no longer fun for me. It's not just like a cute little thing that I do after class. It turned into, oh shoot, they want their stuff by Friday and it's Wednesday, so I need to hurry up and get on the freaking sewing machine and put the pedal to the metal, versus me just like relaxing and listening to my music and slowly sewing and doing my thing. Like, it just turned into something I was just like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. And I feel like that happens to a lot of people when they're just like automatically, I am turning my hobby into something to make money. For a lot of people, it'll stop being fun. Because for me, it definitely did that. So this is actually the perfect segue into talking about the downsides of monetizing different things that you love, like your hobbies and stuff like that, because you really can lose the joy and passion for the thing that you originally like to do. It turns from being something where you're just like, this is something I love to do after work. It's relaxing for me. I love coming up with the ideas for it and concepting for it and blah, 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 just for fun. And then versus you having a deadline and versus you having people texting and calling you, where's my stuff, or blah, blah, blah. It starts to become stressful because you're not doing it just for yourself anymore. You're doing it with other people in the background telling you, hey, I need this right now. You need to give this to me right now. And there's nothing wrong with having that at all. Like, sometimes you need a little pressure to get stuff done, but that really can just take away all the joy that you once had for something that you love. Another downside to monetization of different hobbies is that you can start to feel burnt out. I've seen a lot of content creators, for example, who have started creating content and they just do it for fun, and then as soon as it turns into a career, they start to feel tired and burnt out because they feel like they constantly have to post every single day, and they have this like reputation to keep up with that they're not really able to create just for the joy of creating. And it just starts to turn into like, oh, I have to do this because X, Y, and Z. I have to do this because this is how I live. This is how I pay my bills. Versus originally you were just creating content just because you really enjoyed it. And then another downside is having your creativity versus what's profitable. So a lot of times what you imagine in your head that you want to create, say like you're a painter, for example, you might think, I love painting fruits, but then all your clients are like, don't paint fruits. We like when you paint cars. So even though you really enjoy painting fruits, cars is what makes you money. So now you feel like you always have to paint cars and you don't really get to have that creative control of painting the fruits. This is a crazy example. I don't know, it just randomly came to my head, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you don't have that control anymore to decide how you do your creativity because you know that you have to make it in a way that's profitable for your career or your side hustle. So you're probably like, but Harris, you're being such a negative Nancy in this deep chat. Like, girl, I want to make money from my hobbies. I hear you because I do too. There's definitely hobbies that I still want to make money from, but this is how we're going to do it. And this is how we're going to make sure that we're still doing the things that we like to do. We're still being creative and we can make money at the same time. My first tip is to have multiple hobbies. Like I said, I love to do multiple things, but if I ranked all my hobbies in a list, I would put which hobbies I'm okay with making money from and which hobbies I absolutely never want to make money from. One of my hobbies that I have vowed that I will never want to make money from, and I'm saying it here for the record, is baking. Since I think like high school, I just started to bake just for fun, and I've continued to do that until now. And I always just make random cookies, cakes, and all types of things, and they're very delicious. But I told myself this is a hobby that I never want to make money from. I don't want to sell my baked goods. If people ask me to bake them a cake, the most I'll accept is they buy the ingredients so that I can have something to make the cake with. But I won't accept you paying me for the cakes or cookies or whatever, because I really enjoy baking. Baking is super therapeutic and it's relaxing for me. And if I was in the kitchen, like, what show was that where he was like doing the potatoes? Yeah, I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like him. I just want to be in the kitchen relaxing, listening to some jazz music, churning my butter and my sugar together. I don't want to be stressed out making my cakes. So you can monetize some of your hobbies, but pick one where you're like, okay, no, this is the one that I'm keeping to myself so that it can be sacred for you and you can still have creativity. You can still have control over your feelings and your passion and your love and your joy for it. So think of one, like my baking. Think of one thing that you can do if you are hoping to monetize some of your hobbies is to learn to separate your business versus your passion. I feel like a lot of people automatically feel like, let's use content creators as an example. When people want to become content creators, a lot of people say the term everything is content. And I have to disagree because I do not think that everything is content. I feel like there's some things that you need to realize, hey, this is my life. This is something I don't want to share. This is something I want to keep to myself. And that will not be content. So then that way in your brain, you can be like, okay, those type of moments off limits. I'm not going to film those. And these are the moments that I'm willing to share and make money from. So if you're wondering how to find different hobbies, because I know like picking a hobby can be hard, especially if you're afraid to be a beginner, which I feel like you should never be scared to be a beginner at something, because I don't know, it's so fun learning and just, I don't know, trying new things. Like that is so fun. But if you are scared to be a beginner, the best way to find a hobby is to think about things that you enjoy, like creative outlets that you're like, I've always wanted to try that, or, oh, I used to do X, Y, and Z. So if you used to paint, pull the paintbrushes out again, girl. Or if you freaking used to sew, then go ahead and get that sewing machine. I'm talking to myself. Just think about different creative outlets that you used to have. Even if it was things that you did as a kid, start to retrack and retrace those different things so that you can get back into it. And then if you're just like, girl, I only have one hobby, I don't want another hobby, and I'm going to monetize that one hobby, that is okay. But I want you to set some rules and boundaries for yourself. So think about how I had the example of the content creator where it's like, this is not content, but this is. You can also set a time limit where it's like, okay, if in 3 months I have monetized this and it's no longer fun for me, I'm not going to monetize it anymore. I'm going to take that away and maybe take a new approach and figure something else out. And I feel like that's good to do because you don't want to lose your joy and passion for the little things in life. Life is already hard enough. You don't need to take away the joy yourself. Don't do that just for a freaking check. And a really big thing to do when you're finding new hobbies is just to allow yourself to enjoy things. I know I mentioned a lot of people don't like being a beginner, but I feel like being a beginner is a way to enjoy different things or just try things that you see your friends doing. If your friend likes to go to karaoke as a hobby, go and do that with them and just see how it is. If they play different video games, try the different video games and see how that is, just so you can dibble and dabble and see what you might like to do. Overall, I am not telling you that your hobbies cannot be monetized, but I do want you to be mindful of what you decide to make money from and the things that you decide to actually just keep as a simple passion. Just keep it as what it is. Because something that I've been learning is that I really love creating and I really love to try different things. And I do try a lot of different things that could potentially make money. People tell me all the time when I'm telling them my interests, they're like, girl, you could make a lot of money if you did that. And it's just like, I'm sure I could, but I really, 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 really want to focus on making sure that I have different passions and joys that I just keep for myself, so that I have things to keep me grounded, especially in this day and age, in this political climate, working in the corporate world, like all those different type of things adding up, girl, I be needing something just for me. And I'm learning to keep it that way. And I'm really trying to. So I'm trying to tell you too, so you can do the same. Cause, whew, child. Let us know in the comments what hobbies you're doing. If you've monetized your hobbies, do you regret it? Are you happy that you did it? Has social media ruined your idea of hobbies and whatever? Just let us know in the comments. I'm so excited to hear from you guys. And I'm also really excited to bring back the Deep Conditioner Chat series because I want to talk to y'all more. So let me know some other things that you would like to talk about in the comments as well. And I'll talk to you in another one. Okay, bye.